gets a guitar and starts writing songs about whiskey and women and getting too stoned. And he got all three at the first show we played. Hometown said, I don't think Jesus done it that way. Boy moves to the city, lives fast and goes hard. Starts chasing the devil through honky-tonk bars, ignoring the voices in his head that say, I don't think Jesus done it this way. World likes to rear back and throw a few stones. So boy wants to throw a few stones of his own. But Lord knows I ain't perfect and it ain't my place. And I don't think Jesus done it that way. Are y'all sure that Jesus done it that way?
There's an old train track goes back by the old mill, where the boys slip away every day to the whiskey still. They sell shine by the bottle 4 or 5 every Saturday, behind old Red's Tavern, but you didn't hear that from me. 'Cause we all act like we don't know what Daddy got his money for a fishing pole. A zip code don't come cheap in this day and time. And we all turn she got behind the rest. 'Cause she can't get the sight of him leaving out of her head. And we all act like we don't know when she comes into Sunday school with a smiling baby boy in her arms. And we all turn the other way, say bless their hearts, and we just pray it's a small town, and we know how it goes. It's just another secret that everybody knows. It's just another secret that everybody knows.
You're listening to Pause on the Play, Grizzly Sports, your home for weekly recaps, player highlights, and all things Grizzly football. Now, here's your host, Carter Brantner.
21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count that.
Welcome back to Pause on the Play, Grizzly Sports. I'm Carter Brantner.
And I'm Sam Kohler. Carter, I've been waiting all weekend to get into this game. This was one of those nights where everything clicked and it was electric.
Grizzlies came out strong and stayed consistent. Cutter Driver had a big night. 27 carries, 164 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Cutter Driver was unstoppable. I'm telling you, the man was a wrecking ball. He was slicing through defenders like it was warm-up drills. 3 touchdowns, Freeman couldn't even pretend to slow him down.
Jacob Reimers was protective too. 15 carries, 121 yards, and a rushing score, plus a 20-yard touchdown catch to start the night.
Oh man, that catch, it was poetry. Reimers out of the backfield, clean route, soft hands, turns upfield, touchdown! And from that point on, you could feel it like, yeah, we're rolling.
Brad Martin had a small role, but made it count. 3 carries for 11 yards and a 1-yard touchdown run. Also went 1 for 3 passing with a 20-yard touchdown.
A quarterback stat line with a perfect touchdown pass and a rushing score, Brad just out here doing it all. Quiet assassin, like you blink and he's in the end zone or dropping a dime.
One of the key defensive moments came from Damian Hamburg, a fumble recovery deep in Freeman territory, and it led to a quick score.
Huge moment. Freeman was trying to control the pace and then boom, ball's on the turf, Damian's on it, and suddenly we're back in business. That flipped the whole feel of the game.
Freeman also failed on 2 onside kick attempts, which gave us solid field position both times around midfield.
Yeah, I don't know what Freeman was thinking. 2 onside kicks, bold strategy, didn't work. You give us the ball at midfield, you're basically handing us a touchdown menu and asking what we'd like to order.
Strong ground game, timely execution, took advantage of every opportunity.
That's how you win football games. You stay aggressive, you finish drives, and when the other team slips, you pounce. Love the energy, love the attitude.
Next week will be another tough matchup in Columbia Burbank, but for right now, that's all we have to say about Freeman.
Don't go anywhere. We're about to have an exclusive interview with defensive lineman Landon Hall. Let's do this. Pew, pew, pew!
Powers, Austin Powers, lost in translation with a whole f***ing nation. They say I was the abomination of Obama's nation. Well, that's a pretty bad way to start the conversation.
Welcome back to Pause on the Play, Grizzly Sports. I'm Carter Brantner, joined with the first ever repeat on here, Landon Hall.
Hello, my name is Landon Hall. I'm a starting defensive lineman for the Newport Grizzlies football team, and I'm honored to be your first repeat on this podcast.
So being like the first repeat on you, it was the second or third episode. What has changed mentally for you, like after the huge win against Freeman, first of all, and after all of the success that you guys have produced on the field?
Well, my confidence has risen a lot after beating Freeman. And considering we're 6-0, I think our team's confidence is going up a lot, and we're going into a game that we're all pretty confident that we can win.
Do you think there's such thing as being too confident, like going into a game and thinking that you're going to win? Or, like, is it, in your opinion, like, does that not matter at all?
Yeah, I would say being overconfident is one thing that we've really worked on this year of not being. Like going into Priest Rivers game, they were way too confident and we just came out and punched them in the mouth. And our coaches this year have talked to us about not being overconfident because once you turn into the bully, other people start fighting back and punching you in the mouth. And we have tried not to be the bully this year.
I asked Rabin this last week, what's your favorite part of being a defensive lineman?
I think my favorite part about being a defensive lineman is being able to get full contact with everyone, and especially the QB when I can get through the line. But yeah, it's just mostly contact, and it's fun for me.
Completely off football talk, what are your plans and aspirations for after high school?
I want to go to the Wyoming Trade School with one of my friends and become a welder because they make pretty good money, and me and him both have a pretty good passion of welding.
So do you not see yourself playing football after high school, like, at all? Maybe even, like, in, like, a rec league almost, or just none at all?
I don't really see myself playing football after high school. I mean, it would be pretty cool if I, like, go to a college for it, but I don't think that I will want to live up to playing football for that long.
If you could rewrite any, like, play or game that's happened so far throughout your high school career, what would you, like, rewrite?
Well, considering we're 6-0, probably nothing. I like how all of our games have played out. I mean, Freeman, we could have done a lot better on offense and defense. Offensively, being able to run the ball and make some pretty good yards, and on defense, making stops with their wide receivers. But otherwise, I've liked how our season has played out so far.
Were you, like, watching the play when that guy made the diving catch after it bounced off one of our players' helmets?
Yeah, I did. I felt really bad for Dylan because he was super close to making that interception, and I don't know how he caught it, but it's whatever.
In the recording booth, there was this Freeman guy to the right of us. He was, like, hooting and hollering. It was crazy in there. And last thing before we wrap it up, what do you think will happen going into state? Because as of right now, we've almost guaranteed a home playoff state spot. What do you expect in state?
Well, I mean, that's a hard question to answer as of right now because we're not in state, but we've just really tried to keep our minds to the next game forward instead of going into the future.
The crowd last week against Freeman, they had really had your backs. I don't know how much you were paying attention to that, but from the booth, we could hear it. It was almost louder than us in our microphones.
We definitely noticed it. On the line, we could barely hear and make our checks. The offensive line, I was talking to one of them when they were about to snap the ball, and he said we can't hear anything, and it was super wild and crazy.
With state coming around the corner, do you think there's going to be a bigger turnout?
I don't really know so far, but hopefully we can leave a mark on Newport's history.
Alrighty, again, thank you for coming on for the second time so far this season, our first repeat. It's an honor to have one of the best defensive linemen on the podcast.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you everyone for listening to Pause on the Play, Grizzly Sports. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm your host, Carter Brandner, signing off for this week.
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to another thrilling broadcast of Grizzly football. We're coming to you live from Don K. Ellersick Field, where the Newport Grizzlies are getting ready to take on the Columbia Coyotes for their senior night. The atmosphere is animating, and the anticipation is building as we count down to kickoff. I'm Haley Bolliard, here with Carter Brantner, and you're tuned in to 91.5 Cubs FM. the place to be for all your Grizzly football updates.
Cubs FM would like to thank Albany Falls Building Supply for their valued support. Located at 520 Highway 2 at the east end of the Old Town Bridge, Albany Falls Building Supply is open 7 days a week, 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday, and 9 to 4 on Sunday. Albany Falls Building Supply offers all types of building materials, including lumber, tools, hardware, paint, plumbing, electrical, and lawn care supplies. You may contact Albany Falls Building Supply at 208-437-3153. Albany Falls Building Supply. Large enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Cubs FM gives a big thanks to Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post. Located at 500 Highway 57 just before the high school in Priest River, Big Moose Rental Center provides a variety of amenities, rentals, second-hand consignments, eBay sales, antiques, and more. Big Moose Rental Center is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturday, and by appointment on Sunday. You may contact Big Moose Rental Center at 208-448-2736. Again, that number is 208-448-2736. The right tool for the right job. That's Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post.
Welcome back to the Newport McDonald's pregame show. Once again, I'm Haley Bolliard. Alongside me is Carter Brandner, and I am amped up and ready for what should be a fun matchup. Let's start things off by taking a closer look at the Newport Grizzlies. Carter, with an undefeated 6-0 record, what can we expect from the Grizzlies tonight?
Well, they're coming off an intense win against Freeman with a score of 41-40. Final seconds there, ran out of bounds on a 4th down. Very intense.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun game to watch. Had to be there. The run game was also very effective last week through Cutter and Jacob, and they're looking to replicate that this week.
The Grizzlies are currently first in state and in league and looking to keep it that way with a win tonight. The Grizzlies have been showing that they are slower in the secondary, and they're needing to improve that thoroughly to keep the Coyotes on their toes tonight.
Yeah, it sure should be fun to see what the Grizzlies decide to pull on the Coyotes to keep them surprised. They are getting more involved in the passing game every week, so I'm excited to see what kind of throws we could see out on the field tonight.
And technically speaking, the Grizzlies are currently 7-0, but that won't count on the standings until the planned date of Jenkins vs. Newport game comes around on Halloween.
Yeah, that should be a pretty exciting automatic win there for the Grizzlies, not having to work to keep their placings up. And stay tuned, because right after this quick break, we'll be giving you an inside look on the Coyotes right here on Cubs FM.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Kalispell Casino and RV Resort in Cusick, Washington. Located 20 minutes north of Newport on Highway 20, the resort includes Wetlands Family Restaurant, the Slaw Dining Area with large screen TVs, full RV hookups and cottage rentals, and gaming facilities. All open to the public at 8 a.m. daily. The Kalispell Casino and RV Resort, bringing dining, lodging, and entertainment to Pend Oreille County. And we're back to the pregame show. The clock is winding down with only a few minutes left on the clock, and we've taken a deep dive into the Grizzlies. Now, let's turn our attention to the Columbia Coyotes. With a 3-3 record, what should we expect from the Coyotes as they try to tip the record for the season?
The last league game played for them was a victory over Granger with a score of 28-18. Kind of close, but still out of grasp.
Yeah, and the Coyotes run a bit more of a passing game, so they're going to have to really try and make sure they're keeping those passes tight here tonight.
And what we've heard from the football team, they are slower on the defensive side, so it's going to be hard keeping up with Cutter and Jacob.
Yeah, it should be fun to see how they match up with our stronger defensive line here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Cubs FM to break down how these two teams are going to match up and what to watch for when they're going to hit the field tonight.
Cubs FM thanks Newport Health Center for their support. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides walk-in express care for urgent but non-emergent medical concerns. Express care is available to everyone, regardless of insurance or primary care provider. Express care hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a lunch break on Saturdays from 12 to 1. You can find more info at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-3139.
Rogers Body and Frame is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics and Cubs FM. Located at 530 South Cass and Highway 2 in Newport, Rogers provides full-service auto collision repair, working with all insurances. Rogers Body and Frame is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You may find them on the web at rogersbodyandframe.com, or you may call them at 447-4225. Rogers Body and Frame, like it never happened.
Welcome back. It's almost game time, and we've gotten an inside look at both teams. Now, let's discuss the matchup and how things have gone between these teams in the past and how things might go during this game.
Last year, Columbia won against Newport. The final score was 56-49. Very close, tight game.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun game to watch last year, and both these teams are coming off of impressive victories, and both are looking to improve their win streaks tonight, so it should be a fairly competitive game.
And tonight's game is looking to be a fairly offensive battle.
Yeah, it should be a pretty fun one to watch. You won't want to miss it. With the clock dwindling down before kickoff, hang tight. We'll be right back after this quick break to bring you all the live action from the field.
Sievers Pharmacy is a full-service Health Mart pharmacy owned by Newport Hospital and Health Services, providing pharmaceutical services and a selection of gifts and treats. Located at 336 South Washington Avenue in Newport. Sievers is open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 to 4. Sievers is closed for lunch between 1 p.m. and 1:30. For more information, call 509-447-2484 or visit newporthospitalandhealth.org.
Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispell Tribe. For generations, the Kalispell Tribe has taken great care in stewarding the land, water, and wildlife. Today, the Kalispell Tribe continues to protect and restore ecosystems through wildlife conservation and water and land management, working to restore and care for our shared resources. Together, the Kalispell Tribe hopes to share a sustainable future for generations. Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. As mentioned before, we have our senior night for the Grizzlies tonight, so we are going to take a quick break for the playing of our national anthems, and then make sure you stay tuned in so you can hear all of the senior night festivities right here on Cubs FM.
Support for KUBS comes from Ponderay County PUD. The PUD provides energy-saving programs, flexible payment options, and appliance rebates for qualified customers. You might also check out their Neighbors in Need program. For more information, you may visit Ponderay County PUD at 130 North Washington in Newport, or you may contact them at 509-447-3137. Quality service at low cost, that's Ponderay County PUD.
Newport Health Center is a proud supporter of Cubs FM. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides family medical services including obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, behavioral health, and express care. Their team of providers serves families and patients of all ages. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or at 509-447-3139.
Selkirk Ace Hardware in Old Town is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday from 7 to 6, Selkirk Ace Hardware provides what you need to prepare for the season. You may reach them at 208-437-5669. Again, that's 437-5669. Just across the bridge at 495 East Highway 2, Selkirk Ace Hardware. We are grateful for our community. We are here for you, and we are always helpful.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Our last home football game, and I'll explain that why that is a little later on. You do see another game on the schedule, but I'll explain the situation there later. So tonight is our final home football game of the regular season. That's when we take time to stop and notice and thank those individuals, family members and athletes who have been with us through the years and have represented Newport High School in such an amazing way. It is senior night, and we would like to start by recognizing, first and foremost, our football cheerleaders, or tonight, our football cheerleader. Please recognize and welcome Andrea Carter. Andrea is joined tonight by mom Carissa, siblings Caden, Gavin, Riker, and Bella, friends Emma, Cameron, and Lily. The future plans well, to go to college for dentistry. And Drea's favorite cheer memory, want to make sure I get this right, when she accidentally pulled down Jack Crosswhite's pants with her foot while trying to do a shoulder stand. And I guess it wasn't deemed accidental because Jackie didn't let her stun the rest of the night. Andrea Carter. Now we move along to our football. And we start with an individual, Bradley Martin III. Brad is joined tonight by Dad Brad Martin and Mom Twyla Pearson, Stepdad Mark Pearson, Sister Abby Martin, Grandma Billy, Grandma Sue, Grandpa Jay, Grandpa Rick, Grandma Sherry, and a host of other important family members who have always been supportive of Brad in his sports. Brad's future plans are to play college baseball and then become a teacher and a coach, just like Daddy. And his favorite football memory, beating Priest River this last year 35-8 while all the summer talk was going on. Brad Martin III. Now please welcome our next football player, senior Jacob Reimers. Jacob is joined by his mom, Angie Danoon, his dad, Brett Danoon, teammates Raven Jurgens and Dylan Aubrey, grandparents Kim and Dave Hickson, and brother Caden Hickson. A heck of a cook, by the way, Caden. Miss you. Future plans for Jacob. He plans to travel and then attend a trade school to become an electrician. And his favorite memory, getting to come back and play football after being off for 2 years. Jacob Reimers. Now please welcome senior Aries Swain. Aries is joined by his mom and dad, Amber and Daniel Swain, grandparents Jeremy and Gay Lewis, and the rest of the family. Future plans for Aries? He's planning on going to wrestle in college and then further his education. And Aries' favorite memory is when he sang the victory chant just last week when the Grizzlies beat Freeman by just 1 point. Aries Swain. And last but not least, please welcome senior Robert Warren. Robert is joined by his mom and dad, Brandy and Steve Warren, his little brother Spencer, and his girlfriend Ava. Robert plans to finish his bachelor's degree when he's done here at Newport High School. And his favorite football memory was playing against Chewelah last year in the pouring rain and mud. Robert Warren. There they are, your senior representatives of Newport High School, Andrea Carter, Brad Martin III, Jacob Reimers, Aries Swain, and Robert Warren. Families, if we could have you grouped together for one big, oh, no, nope, we're good, I guess, okay. Stay where you're at. Now we'll have you grouped together for a big picture. Jennifer work out the wide angle lens, evidently. Maybe? Way to fix that, though, Jenica. Nice job. How about one more big round of applause for our Newport High School seniors?
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Camas Center Medical and Dental Clinic, located 25 minutes north of Newport and open to the public. Accepting most public and commercial insurance plans, the Camas Center Clinic offers medical, dental, and chiropractic care, as well as physical therapy, laboratory services, child wellness checks, and sports physicals. The Camas Center Clinic, offering wellness for the whole community.
Cubs FM thanks Shotgun Diesel and Automotive, celebrating 10 years in business in Old Town. Josh Hebert and the guys at Shotgun Diesel and Automotive specialize in light diesel and automotive repair, full brake services, engine repairs, custom exhaust, suspension, and full diagnostics. Plus, Shotgun Diesel and Automotive now offers full tire services, mounting, balancing, and new tire sales. 208-437-3304. Your hometown one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. Shotgun Diesel and Automotive.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Is there one game every year where I drink a little more beer? It's over for it's over. We go there or they come here. Ever since 06, they get us every season. I wish I could say that's the only reason. I hate Alabama, I hate Crimson Red, and I hate how the yellow tide when I got a Braves hat on my head. And I love Leonard Skinner, but Lord I hate Sweet Home, 'cause when I hear it all I see is a girl with houndstooth on in the stands of Tuscaloosa. Might have lost by 22, but I hate Alabama, 'cause that's where I lost you. I drove there every weekend. The Vols weren't home and kneeling. Girl, you had this Tennessee and seeing 10 years down the road. Then you had to go and break my heart in a big can-covered frat house yard. I guess some things work and some things don't. And I guess some things change, but one thing won't. I hate Alabama, I hate Crimson Red, and I hate how the yellow tide when I got a Braves hat on my head. And I love Leonard Skinner, but Lord I hate Sweet Home, 'cause when I hear it all I see is a girl with houndstooth on in the stands of Tuscaloosa. Might have lost by 22, but I hate Alabama, 'cause that's where I lost you. That's where I lost you. And I wish I could undrive those miles, unbuy that drink, unget your name and just be mad about the I hate crimson red, and I hate how the air all tied when I got a Braves hat on my head. And I love Leonard Skinner, but Lord, I hate Sweet Home. 'Cause when I hear it, all I see is a girl with houndstooth on in the stands in Tuscaloosa. Might have lost by 22, but I hate Alabama, 'cause that's where I lost you. Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything. What drives me crazy is seeing you and a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk. Smoke rings, glowing greens and reds, they hug your body like a long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk. Sipping and swaying and singing, girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk. Oh, in a honky-tonk, in a honky-tonk.
Dear rodeo, I'd be lying if I tried to tell you I don't think about you. After all the miles and the wild nights that we've been through, Lord knows we had a few. Dear rodeo, I'd like to say that I took the reins and rode away. No regrets, no left unsaid, just turn the page. Oh, but you know better, babe. Between the almost atoms and broken bones, the dream of a buckle I'll never put on. I'm jaded, oh, I hate it, but somehow the highs outweigh the lows, and I do it all again, even though we both know I'd still have to let you go. So dear rodeo, I I tried like hell to tell myself it was all your fault. I held on tight with all my might, I just couldn't hang on. And that's hard to hang your hat on. 20 almost atoms and the broken bones, the dream of a buckle I'll never put on. I'm jaded, whoa, how I hate it. But somehow the highs outweigh the lows, and I do it all again, even though we both know I still have to let you go. Dear rodeo, I'd like to think you miss me too, but I know you don't. Oh, but that don't change the past, and that don't change the truth. I'm still in love with you, dear rodeo.
Need a new truck. There ain't nothing wrong with mine. It's got 40-some thousand miles and the engine runs just fine. No, it ain't tore up, ain't got a scratch, ain't got a dent. The radio works, it don't show dirt, worth every dime I spent. I was gonna drive it till the wheels fell off. Yeah, that was before she slammed the door, said it's over, then got lost. I need one she ain't climbed up in, that ain't played her favorite songs. Need some glass that we ain't fogged up, that her bare feet ain't been on. I need a hood that we ain't laid on, kiss until that sun came up. That's all that's wrong with this one. If you're looking, you're in luck. I need a new truck. Yeah, I need it right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Can't take another red light with her memory over in that seat. If I find one more hair tie that slipped off her wrist, one more chapstick, one more picture, I might push it off a bridge. I need one she ain't climbed up in, that ain't played her favorite songs. Need some glass that we ain't fogged up, that her bare feet ain't been on. I need a hood that we ain't laid on, kiss until that sun came up. That's all that's wrong with this one. If you're looking, you're in love. I need a new truck. No, I didn't wreck it, but it might as well be. Sitting on blocks of some old shop the way that girl rigged me. I need one she ain't climbed up in, that ain't played her favorite songs. Need some glass that we ain't fogged up, that her bare feet ain't been on. I need a hood that we ain't laid on, kiss until that sun came up. That's all that's wrong with this one. If you're looking, you're in love. I need a new truck. Yeah, I need a new truck. letting the sun and the rum just do what it does. I threw my phone in the water, little push off the dock. She was packing her bags, I was popping her top. Is she gone for the summer, gone for the night, gone for the weekend or the rest of my life? Was she laughing, was she crying as she walked away? I can't say. I was on a boat that day, the river was rolling, I was getting my float on. She was telling me so long, I was already so long gone. She could have been halfway to Houston, but I didn't care. I was drunk as a skunk eating lunch with a cross-eyed bear. You've been there. She was looking for something better than me. I was looking for nothing, just riding the breeze. Is she gone for the summer, gone for the night, gone for the weekend or the rest of my life? Was she laughing, was she crying as she walked away? I can't say. I was on a boat that day, the river was rolling, I was getting my float on. She was telling me so long, I was already so long gone. It was yesterday, 'cause it was, and I still got a buzz. Is she gone for the summer, gone for the night, gone for the weekend or the rest of my life? Was she laughing, was she crying as she walked away? I can't say. I was on a boat that day, the river was rolling, I was getting my float on. She was telling me so long. I was on a boat that day, the river was rolling, I was getting my float on. She was telling me so long. I was on a boat that day. Hey, hey, hey. I was on a boat that day.
Skyscraper, record player, Kentucky 80 proof. A telephone, the radio, and footprints on the moon. The plane, the car, and all the parts that make a light bulb shine. There's a lot of things a man made, and one reason why. All us boys wanna grow up and make our mamas proud. Find that girl that lifts us up, but life gets us down. Behind any guy doing anything right, there's a woman's work at hand. If a man made anything, it's 'cause a woman made that man. Well, I bet money that man made the wheel, so he could drive a girl around and get stuck in some field. And you can't convince me that Da Vinci would be as famous as he is if Mona Lisa didn't smile at him the way she did. All us boys wanna grow up and make our mamas proud. Find that girl that lifts us up, life gets us down. Behind any guy doing anything right, there's a woman's work at hand. If a man made anything, it's 'cause a woman made that man. There are reasons why and reasons how we do the things we do. And honey, all of mine without a doubt are you. All us boys wanna grow up and make our mamas proud. Find that letting me.
Cubs FM would like to thank Albany Falls Building Supply for their valued support. Located at 520 Highway 2 at the east end of the Old Town Bridge, Albany Falls Building Supply is open 7 days a week, 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday, and 9 to 4 on Sunday. Albany Falls Building Supply offers all types of building materials, including lumber, tools, hardware, paint, plumbing, electrical, and lawn care supplies. You may contact Albany Falls Building Supply at 208-437-3153. Albany Falls Building Supply, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Cubs FM gives a big thanks to Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post. Located at 500 Highway 57 just before the high school in Priest River, Big Moose Rental Center provides a variety of amenities, rentals, second-hand consignments, eBay sales, antiques, and more. Big Moose Rental Center is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturday, and by appointment on Sunday. You may contact Big Moose Rental Center at 208-448-2736. Again, that number is 208-448-2736. The right tool for the right job. That's Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Kalispell Casino and RV Resort in Cusick, Washington. Located 20 minutes north of Newport on Highway 20, the resort includes Wetlands Family Restaurant, the Slaw Dining Area with large screen TVs, full RV hookups and cottage rentals, and gaming facilities. All open to the public at 8 a.m. daily. The Kalispell Casino and RV Resort, bringing dining, lodging, and entertainment to Pend Oreille County.
Cubs FM thanks Newport Health Center for their support. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides walk-in express care for urgent but non-emergent medical concerns. Express care is available to everyone, regardless of insurance or primary care provider. Express care hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a lunch break on Saturdays from 12 to 1. You can find more info at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-3139.
Rogers Body and Frame is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics and Cubs FM. Located at 530 South Cass and Highway 2 in Newport, Rogers provides full-service auto collision repair, working with all insurances. Rogers Body and Frame is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You may find them on the web at rogersbodyandframe.com, or you may call them at 447-4225. Rogers Body and Frame, like it never happened.
Sievers Pharmacy is a full-service Health Mart pharmacy owned by Newport Hospital and Health Services, providing pharmaceutical services and a selection of gifts and treats. Located at 336 South Washington Avenue in Newport. Sievers is open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 to 4. Sievers is closed for lunch between 1 p.m. and 1:30. For more information, call 509-447-2484 or visit newporthospitalandhealth.org.
Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispell Tribe. For generations, the Kalispell Tribe has taken great care in stewarding the land, water, and wildlife. Today, the Kalispell Tribe continues to protect and restore ecosystems through wildlife conservation and water and land management, working to restore and care for our shared resources. Together, the Kalispell Tribe hopes to share a sustainable future for generations.
Support for KUBS comes from Pend Oreille County PUD. The PUD provides energy-saving programs, flexible payment options, and appliance rebates for qualified customers. You might also check out their Neighbors in Need program. For more information, you may visit Pend Oreille County PUD at 130 North Washington in Newport, or you may contact them at 509-447-3137. Quality service at low cost, that's Pend Oreille County PUD.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are here getting ready for the coin flip. Carter, what do you think is going to be the outcome of the flip here?
I'm guessing whoever picks heads, so probably, hopefully, Newport.
Hopefully, Newport. I'm going to go with Burbank on this one. Got to split it up a bit. Going to see who wins it here. I'm not sure who's got heads or tails, but it'll be interesting. Let's see here. It's the most exciting part of the game, if you ask me.
The Grizzlies won the coin toss.
And they will defer.
Yeah, that'll give Grizzlies the win on that coin toss there. We're going to take another quick break, and then we'll be right back for the start of the game after this.
Newport Health Center is a proud supporter of Cubs FM. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides family medical services including obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, behavioral health, and express care. Their team of providers serves families and patients of all ages. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or at 509-447-3139.
Selkirk Ace Hardware in Old Town is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday from 7 to 6. Selkirk Ace Hardware provides what you need to prepare for the season. You may reach them at 208-437-5669. Again, that's 437-5669. Just across the bridge at 495 East Highway 2, Selkirk Ace Hardware. We are grateful for our community, we are here for you, and we are always helpful. Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We have Hamburg getting ready to kick this game off here for the Grizzlies. The kick is up. In standard Hamburg style, he sends it way back into the end zone for a touchback for the Coyotes there.
That was a nice little line drive kick, bouncing into the back of the end zone before going out of bounds.
Yeah, that should set the Coyotes here at the 20-yard line to start this drive here. It'll be 1st and 10. Getting our teams out there ready to get the game officially started here. Burbank in a little tea party out on the field. Favorite term. They're still having their little chit chat out there in their huddle. Grizzlies look ready to start this game off. They are currently undefeated and are getting really excited here, trying to keep that record going for themselves tonight on their senior night. It's a big night for them. Burbank is still in their huddle. They are having quite the little discussion.
Spot the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Coyotes.
They're still not giving up. They're still thinking it through. Looks like they're getting ready to break the huddle here. There they go. Now their huddle is broken. That was quite a long one there. They're going to send 2 guys out towards this right side, 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position, 1 guy on each of his sides. Motion to the left. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and run down that left side of the field. He's trying to find his way through the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies are not putting up with any of it. They won't get hardly any gain on that before they get taken down.
Yeah, it looked like number 58, Aries Swain, with the tackle there. Looks like they might have got right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to go right back to that 20-yard line to bring up 2nd and 10. No gain there for the Coyotes. They're going to try and make up for it on this run here. Going to send 3 out towards this right side of the field. 1 out left, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He throws it down this right side of the field, and the pass is complete, but the Grizzlies are right on top of him. They'll get about a gain of 4 before the Grizzlies tackle him on that one.
Yeah, number 9 and number 1, Jacob Reimers and Brad Martin, meeting him right at that, what is that, the 24-yard line.
Yeah, the Grizzlies sure seemed to know where that guy was going to try and go with that play and just took him right down where he was. But still a good gain here for the Coyotes to bring up 3rd and 6. They're going to have 2 out right, 1 deep down on that left side. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He's going to turn around, hand it backwards. They're running it down that left side of the field here. He's breaking his way through the Grizzlies, trying to push through the masses here, and gets quite a ways before he gets taken down.
Yeah, that was a nice little 11-yard gain by their number 4, Matt Wilder.
Yeah, that was a nice run there by the Coyotes to get a fresh set of downs here. They'll now be at 1st and 10, right at the 35-yard line. Coyotes now breaking the huddle. Gonna send trips out right, 1 out left again, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle, and he's trying to find his way through the Grizzlies, but there's just so many people in there. He gets tripped up and taken down pretty immediate.
Yeah, that was a little try to get through a whole, like, A-gap, B-gap area. However, was unable to find one.
Yeah, the Coyotes had a good effort there, but the Grizzlies are just seeing through their plays here and not letting them get very far. But they still will get a gain on that play. I think that'll be a gain of 3 to bring up 2nd and 7 at the 40, 30, 37, somewhere in there. We're going to have trips out right, 1 out left. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass again. He throws it down this right side of the field, and it is just to absolutely nobody. That will be no good.
Looked like a little miscommunication from the quarterback and the wide receiver there. Looked like the wide receiver ran a route that he was not, the quarterback was not intending him to run.
Yeah, I think he was kind of expecting them to play it how they have before, but they tried to change it up so the Grizzlies wouldn't anticipate their plays so much, but that did not work out for the Coyotes here tonight. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 now back at the 38-yard line. Coyotes having a little powwow out on the field, now breaking out that huddle.
From the 38-yard line,
They're going to send 2 out towards this right side. This time, keep 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, fake a handoff there, go up down that right side of the field. They're trying to push their way through the Grizzlies and get quite a ways before the Grizzlies eventually can grab onto them and take them down.
Looks like he'll be around a yard short there, but that was a nice little quarterback option play, rolling out to the left side, trying to get a run, but then ended up pitching it to his halfback.
Yeah, that was a smart play there by the Coyotes. They tried to get it a little more unpredictable so the Grizzlies couldn't see through it as well. It seemed to pay off. They're now at 4th and 1, just shy of that fresh set of downs, but they have good odds of getting that first fresh set of downs if they can get just 1 yard on this next run here. Coyotes in the little huddle again, deciding how they want to play this one. It's a bit of a tricky situation for them to be in. They're at 4th and just 1 to go, so they could try and push it for 1. But if it doesn't work out, that'll be a good starting position for the Grizzlies. So it's a big strategy game for the Coyotes right now.
Officials just brought on the chains. Did confirm it was a 4th down, I believe.
Yeah, they just want to double check and make sure because it was a super close call there. They will remain at 4th and just 1 here. Coyotes do not have much grounds to make up on this play.
They might be doing like a QB sneak play here.
Yeah, we got 1 guy out on this right side. Ball is snapped. They're trying to run it up through the middle. Grizzlies are all over it. It'll be a close call here for the refs to determine if he got that 1 yard or not.
Officials are saying it will be a 1st down.
Yeah, that was a super close play there by the Coyotes. They just tried to rush it up the middle. Grizzlies met them with a ton of tension right there. Coyotes were just able to sneak in that little extra inch to be able to get a fresh set of downs here on the 45-yard line for 1st and 10 now. Going to be sending 2 out on this right side of the field, 2 out left as well. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He runs it down that right side of the field, throws it left, and it's a good complete pass there, but the Grizzlies are all over the guy. He's trying to truck his way through it, eventually gets thrown out of bounds, but the refs will be throwing up some flags on that play.
I'm wondering if it'll be either a late hit or something like that. Might just bring him back, though. Who knows?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the refs decide to call on this and how it will affect this next play. Refs still trying to decide here.
Helmet-to-helmet contact against the Newport Grizzlies.
Coyotes still in the huddle here while we wait to see what the official calling on that will be.
Say it's helmet-to-helmet.
Yeah, it looks like the Coyotes will be getting set back a bit on the field here.
Was pointed towards Newport.
Oh, actually, I'm just kidding.
It's on Columbia.
It is on Columbia, but they haven't gotten pushed back at all.
It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Reason being is because it was a spot foul.
Ah,
Spot of the foul, bring it back. Even if it was a 1st down, will be brought that back.
Yeah, so now the Coyotes here are breaking the huddle. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 here for the Coyotes, I believe. They're going to have trips out right, 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for another pass. Throws it down this right side of the field. He's going to try and run it up through the middle, trying to push his way through the Grizzlies. Grizzlies adding a lot of tension to that play, but eventually do get him brought down.
Still got the first down on the play. However, it will be 1st and 10 at Newport's 44-yard line.
Yeah, the Coyotes have slowly but surely been pushing their way up the field. That was a pretty nice run there for the Coyotes to get a fresh set of downs and able to start fresh here. Going to have 2 out right, 1 out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going for a pass again, actually hands it off. They try and run up through the middle, but the Grizzlies just grab onto his ankles and don't let him get anywhere. They just absolutely stuff that play.
That was a nice tackle for loss there from Aries Swain. Once again, that's second time this drive.
Yeah, that'll lose 1 yard for the Coyotes here to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll be just at that 40. I think that's right on the 45-yard line still, but still got set back a little bit. They're going to have 2 out right, 2 out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped, actually looking for a pass this time, throws it down this right side of the field, and the Grizzlies will intercept the ball and get possession on that one.
Aries Swain with the interception there. That's his 3rd impactful play of the game.
Yeah, this has definitely been a good game for Swain. With senior night, and he's a senior here tonight, I'm guessing he's feeling a lot more of that energy, and is just absolutely bringing that to the field, able to add a lot to this game here. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for their Grizzlies, and they can start their first drive of the game here. Gonna have 1 out right, 1 out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped, they're gonna hand it off, run up through the center. He's making his way around the Coyotes. He's got pretty far on that run. He makes his way around them before he gets taken down, but still got a nice gain on that run.
That was a nice little 8-yard gain by Cutter Driver. He's been proven to be effective throughout this whole season.
Yeah, and he makes it look effortless while he does it too, which is a really cool skill to have. Most of the time, you can tell how much effort they're putting into this, but Driver just makes it look like he does this in his sleep. Grizzlies gonna send 2 out on this left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped, they're gonna hand it off, try and go back up through the middle again. Gets grabbed onto the ankles by the Coyotes and tripped up, but I do believe he should be getting a fresh set of downs for that still.
Yeah, that'll be a nice 5-yard gain from, again, Cutter Driver, getting the first down at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was another solid run there by Driver. He is not letting anybody slow him down tonight, no matter how hard they're trying. So the Grizzlies will get a fresh set of downs here. You're going to have 1 out on that right side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. He's going to try and run down that right side of the field. Coyotes adding a bunch of tension, trying to push him back, but the refs are going to throw up some flags.
Before the flags decide what happens, that would have been a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, that was not a very successful run there for the Grizzlies. They just got absolutely pushed back by the Coyotes. Coyotes added a lot of pressure on their defensive side here. Waiting to see what the refs are going to call out here.
It'll be holding on the Grizzlies. 10-yard penalty. Will still be first down, however, 1st and 20.
Yeah, double or nothing here for the Grizzlies. They're going to have a lot of yards to make up on this. They'll be at 1st and 20, back at the 40, just around the 40-yard line. I think it's right at the 40 here. Grizzlies breaking the huddle here, approaching the line of scrimmage. Refs still yet to set the ball down.
It's no longer from the spot of the foul in that situation. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, meaning the ball placement will be at the 40, should be at the 42-yard line.
Still trying to decide where we're going to put the ball out here, having a little bit of troubles deciding which yard line the ball is going on. They're going to set it right down on the 42 here. Grizzlies still at 1st and 20.
Our announcer, Mr. Bradbury, had to kind of help the refs there, it seemed.
Yeah, Mr. Bradbury's pretty great. He definitely knows what he's doing. We got 2 out on this right side, quarterback in the shotgun here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the center again. Not having as much luck as they have been in the past. The Coyotes just absolutely shove him back and will not be letting that happen here.
Will be a 3-yard gain for Cutter. However, it's going to be 2nd and 17 now.
Yeah, it's still a game, but the Grizzlies still have a lot to make up if they want to remain in possession of the ball here. Looks like they're actually only going to give them 2 yards on that to bring up 2nd and 18. Grizzlies trying to put a game plan together of how they're going to get 18 yards in 3 runs here. Breaking the huddle now and approaching the ball here. Looks like they're going to be running a bunch formation with the quarterback in the shotgun. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run up through the middle. They break through the defenders from the Coyotes this time and make it quite a ways before they get grabbed onto and pushed into the ground.
Yeah, Jacob Reimers with the carry there, ending up getting around, I want to say 10 yards, 11, more than that.
A lot of yards. He got a lot of yards, you guys. Don't worry.
14 yards.
Yeah, just about. It was a nice run there by Reimers. You could see how well he can just push through the masses here. Grizzlies have the quarterback in the shotgun. They're going to try and run it again, hand it off to Reimers, but the Coyotes will not be letting that happen.
Unfortunate run there for the Grizzlies. Jacob Reimers a little slow to get up after that hard hit that they just gave him.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies are in a bit of a sticky situation here. They're going to be at 4th and just 3 to go. We know the Grizzlies can get some of those nice gains on these runs. However, with it being the 4th down, we'll be curious to see if they decide to just punt it and give it to the Coyotes or try and stay in possession and get that extra 3 yards.
Looks like they're bringing their bulky guys in, maybe trying to push the line a little bit on this 4th down.
Yeah, Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to send one guy off towards that right side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped.
It'll be timeout Grizzlies.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are going to take a quick timeout. We will too, and we'll be right back after this.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We have just 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Grizzlies are at 4th and 3. Just a little bit to go here. Looks like they're going to run the ball. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and push it up through the center there. I believe that will be good for a new set of downs for the Grizzlies.
That was an indirect snap from, I think our center right now is Rabin Jurgen, and Gavin Estrada ending up getting a gain of around 5, maybe 6 yards actually, for the Grizzly first down.
Yeah, luckily it was good enough for the Grizzlies to get a fresh set of downs here. We have yet to see a score on the board here with just 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Grizzlies breaking the huddle. They're going to send one guy off on that right side, keep one out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. They're going to try and run down this left side of the field. Coyotes trying to grab onto him. They get him taken down eventually, but the Grizzlies put up a good fight for that one.
Looked like they were trying to get a strip fumble there almost. Just went for the ball, didn't really go for the body until the end, ending up getting around a gain of 4 or 5 there.
Yeah, Grizzlies were able to play that really well and push the ball as far forward as they could to bring up 2nd and 7 here at the 33-yard line. Grizzlies going to be keeping 2 guys in close on this right side, quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the right, ball is snapped. They're going to run up through the middle. They make their way around Columbia's defenders here. Driver trying to push his way through them. They eventually grab onto him and take him down. But that was an impressive run there by Driver.
Yeah, it looked like a gain of around 8 there for Driver. Just like spinning through all the defenders there, found a gap, ended up not being able to beat the secondary, however.
Yeah, you can definitely see how quick Driver was on his feet and having to think quick with that play. And the Grizzlies will be getting a fresh set of downs here. They're going to be running a fairly tight game here again. Motion to the right, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle, try to break their way through the defenders. Reimers trying to push up through the masses. Gets pretty far before he gets taken down there by the Coyotes.
That was a nice run by Reimers. They like to pull that little sweeping run play. Just punch it up the middle with the big guy.
Yeah, and that was a massive gain there by Reimers. That'll bring up second and only 3 to go here. Grizzlies have just been able to push the ball further and further down the field. Got our quarterback in the shotgun position here. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off to Reimers again. He's trying to push his way through the defenders. And again, he just absolutely freight trains through them. They grab onto him, but don't get him down before he gets pushed further down the field.
Looked like he got to around the 7-yard line. Will be first and goal after that run from Reimers.
Yeah, Reimers has been essential in this last little bit of the game here. His ability to just push through anybody that comes his way is truly remarkable.
And that's another
Grizzlies now at first and goal here. They have the end zone in sight. They're going to keep one off on this left side of the field. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run up through the middle here. And he gets into the end zone before he gets taken down to get the first touchdown of the night for the Grizzlies.
Cutter Driver with that run there. It was nice little inside ISO play for him. Just able to get through and just bulldoze through his way into the end zone.
Yeah, that was an impressive drive there by Driver. He was able to get the first touchdown of the night for the Grizzlies with only 56 seconds left in the first quarter. This has been a very fun game to be able to watch with the Coyotes bringing a lot of tension, but the Grizzlies meeting that back. We're going to see if the Grizzlies can get their point after touchdown here. Hamburg has still been pretty consistent on his kicks. Grizzlies just getting set and ready here. The refs are going to throw up some flags.
Looked like Columbia jumped off sides, ending up bringing it half the distance to the goal for Newport. They will try to go for 2, I think, right here now.
Yeah, we saw this happen at Lynn Ritzville a bit too, where they just got those but they got to be able to get pushed forward a bit when they're going for their point after touchdown and decided to go for those 2-point conversions. Looks like they're going to try it again here tonight. Got our quarterback in the shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run up through the center. He tries to jump over the Coyotes, and that will be good for the Grizzlies. That will bring the score 8-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. And just 56 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of action. We'll be right back for the rest of the first quarter after this quick break. Support for Cubs FM comes from the Camas Center Medical and Dental Clinic, located 25 minutes north of Newport and open to the public. Accepting most public and commercial insurance plans, the Camas Center Clinic offers medical, dental, and chiropractic care, as well as physical therapy, laboratory services, child wellness checks, and sports physicals. The Camas Center Clinic, offering wellness for the whole community.
Cubs FM thanks Shotgun Diesel and Automotive, celebrating 10 years in business in Old Town. Josh Hebert and the guys at Shotgun Diesel and Automotive specialize in light diesel and automotive repair, full brake services, engine repairs, custom exhaust, suspension, and full diagnostics. Plus, Shotgun Diesel and Automotive now offers full tire services, mounting, balancing, and new tire sales. 208-437-3304. Your hometown one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. Shotgun Diesel and Automotive.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We have the Grizzlies getting ready to kick off here for the Coyotes after that touchdown. Score is now 8-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead, and we have Hamburg to kick off for the Grizzlies. Kick is up. He absolutely sails it back there for the Coyotes. Coyotes try and grab onto it. No good, they have to pick it up. He's trying to run it down the field. Is not able to get far at all before the Grizzlies take him down.
Looked like a dual tackle from Landon Hall and I think number 7, Nate Shaw.
Yeah, that was quick moving there by the Grizzlies. They were expecting that to be another touchback and just had to move down there to try and stop that guy as quick as possible. They will get one more yard than they would have if it would have been a touchback. Coyotes will now be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. They are in their huddle deciding what they're going to do with this new set of downs and new opportunity to try and score. Only 48.2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Coyotes now breaking the huddle. Going to send one out on this right side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass and actually ends up handing it off. They're going to run it down this right side, trying to find their way around the Grizzlies defenders. Grizzlies grab onto him and push him out of bounds without much gain for the Coyotes on that.
That was a nice little RPO-looking play right there. Looked for the pass and then went to the run.
Yeah, that was a smart play there by the Coyotes, and they actually did get quite a bit of gain on that. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. Clock is ticking down with only 20 seconds left. Coyotes going to send trips out left, one out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's actually looking for a pass this time. Throws it down that left side of the field, but there's nobody there. It'll be no good for the Coyotes.
Would have been an impressive catch if number 2, Julian Zane, was able to sprawl out and get that. Just it was a touch too far for him to even be thinking about that.
Yeah, they just were not quite able to connect how they wanted to on that one. Guys weren't exactly where they needed to be on the field to be able to have that be a complete pass. Coyotes in their little huddle, they have 6 seconds to complete this next play. They're at 3rd and 3 at the 28-yard line here. Coyotes now breaking the huddle. Going to send 2 out on that left side of the field, 1 out right. Quarterback's going to stay in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They try and run it down that left side of the field. Actually, it was a fake handoff. Try and keep it up the middle. Grizzlies won't let that happen. They grab onto him and just don't let him get anywhere before they take him down.
Number 57, Raven Jurgen, was able to just grab onto his legs and not let him go anywhere.
Yeah, and that will be the end of the first quarter of action. Score is 8-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. We'll be right back for the second quarter after this quick break.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Excess Disposal Service is a proud sponsor of Cubs FM. Excess Disposal Service provides weekly commercial and residential roadside garbage can disposal, as well as commercial container services both in town and in rural locations. Excess Disposal Service may be contacted Monday through Friday from 8 to 3 at 208-437-4502. Serving all of Ponderay County since 1972, Cubs FM says thank you to Excess Disposal Service.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are getting ready to start the second quarter of action here. We have the Coyotes with 4th and only 2 to go here. Looks like they will be punting it for the Grizzlies. Just getting set and ready for this play here.
Whoever's running clock.
Needs to put the time up.
Only a minute 20 apparently.
Oh, quick quarter, guys. We want to keep this game really fast. There we go. 12 minutes now on the clock. Again, the score is 8-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. Coyotes ready to punt the ball off here for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped and the kick is up. It's going to land around the 47-yard line and roll down to about the 39 before it gets touched out there by the Coyotes to set the Grizzlies up for a first down at the 37-yard line here.
Took a decent bounce for that punter there, ending up rolling in the extra 8-ish yards.
Yeah, and every yard counts in this game. Those 8 yards will make a big difference here. Grizzlies will be at 1st and 10 at the 37, no, just kidding. That's the wrong way. 33, well, I'm going to call it 33. Coyotes are kind of standing in the way to see exactly where the ball is here. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. Gonna send one guy off on this right side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped, they're gonna hand it off, try and go back up through the center. Grizzlies trying to push their way through the Coyotes. Gets a bit of a gain before the Coyotes grab onto him and are able to get him down.
He'll get a 5, maybe 6 yard gain there. Cutter driver just tried to go outside, cut back in, found a hole.
Yeah, driver's pretty good at seeing the holes there and picking his way through them. Was able to get a 6-yard gain on that play to bring up 2nd and 4 right at the 39-yard line here. Grizzlies gonna send one off on that left side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped, handoff back to driver. He tries to run up through the middle, but immediately gets his ankles grabbed onto by the Coyotes. Will not get far on that run.
We'll get maybe 2 yards, maybe 3.
Yeah, looks like they will be giving him 3 on that one to bring up 3rd and 1 at the 43-yard line. Grizzlies gonna send one out on this right side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped, they're gonna hand it off, try and run up through the center, but they just meet an absolute wall of Coyotes there. Cannot get much gain before he gets taken down.
Do believe that will move the chains, however, will be a first down for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was just enough for the Grizzlies to be able to get a fresh set of downs here. So they'll now be at 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Grizzlies in their huddle here, deciding how they want to play this next run. Grizzlies still in the huddle here. Now breaking the huddle, approaching that line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to keep it tight here and run a bunch formation, keep our quarterback in that shotgun position. We have driver off on his right side. Motion to the right, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run down this right side of the field. Reimer's trying to keep himself inside the bounds there, but is eventually pushed out of bounds, but still gets a nice gain on that run.
Tried to tippy-toe his way around that line, out of bounds line. However, just barely stepped out.
Yeah, it was a close call there, but Reimers did step out of bounds. He did put up a good effort there, though. A gain of 7 on that run for Reimers. They'll be at 2nd and 3 at the 49.
I do believe that the highlight of last play was the block that Cutter Driver was able to give him, though.
Yeah, that was a nice block by Driver. He really tried his best to set Reimers up for success on that run. Grizzlies going to have a motion to the left. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle, but this will not be going anywhere for the Grizzlies. The Coyotes just absolutely stuffed that play.
Ended up getting back to the original line of scrimmage, not the original line, but the line of scrimmage, and we'll get nothing on that play.
Yeah, it just ended up right where they started it here. They'll now be at 3rd and 3 at the 49-yard line. Grizzlies having a little tea party out on the field, deciding what they want to do here. 9 minutes, 25 seconds remain in the first half of action. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to send one guy off on that left side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run just right of the center here, and he's breaking his way through the defenders beautifully. He gets all the way down to the 40-yard line before he gets taken down by the Coyotes.
Nice little cut through there in the middle of the play, ending up dodging all the Columbia defenders there.
Yeah, that was a solid run there by Driver. That'll be good for a first down for the Grizzlies again. Going to be at 1st and 10 at the 40, I'm going to call it 41-yard line here. Grizzlies going to be having one guy off on this right side, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to run it just right of the center. He's trying to find his way around the defenders, and they just grab onto his ankles and kind of send him spiraling onto the ground there.
Nice little 6-yard gain for Cutter Driver there again, just being super effective already throughout this night.
Yeah, you can really see how his quick feet are benefiting him during this game. He's able to just get around nearly anybody out on the field. Grizzlies will now be at 2nd and 4 on the 35-yard line. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to keep it fairly close again. They're going to be running a bunch formation on this play. Keep our quarterback in the shotgun position here. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the center there. Coyotes put together a wall of 2 guys there and are able to take him down, but they still get a nice gain on that run.
Will be another nice gain of 5 for Reimers there, ending up cutting through. They're doing really well with these sweeping plays.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are sure able to have a lot of gains with those sweeping plays here, and Reimers, with his ability to just push through anybody, has been beneficial for the Grizzlies. They will get a new set of downs here. They'll be at 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, running that bunch formation again. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it down the left side of the field this time. He's trying to push some defenders off him, but it'll be not a good effort there for the Grizzlies. Gets taken down without much gain on that run.
There is a penalty flag, though, that was thrown on the field. Maybe illegal touching or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see what the refs call on that one. It's right where that first down marker is. Refs deciding what they're going to call on this here.
Holding on the offense. Will be a 10-yard penalty. Will be, again, 1st and 20 for the Grizzlies, just like last drive.
Yeah, we've seen them here before, and they were able to get out of it.
Looks like they won't have to need Mr. Bradbury's help this time.
Yeah, the refs were able to figure out where the ball was supposed to go on their own this time, like the cool big guys they are. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. Going to be running that bunch formation again. They have 2 off on that left side. Motion to the left. Ball is snapped back. They're going to fake a handoff and try and throw it down this right side of the field. That'll be good for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies able to get that ball and to get taken down around the 10-yard line.
Look to be around a 19-yard pass from Brad Martin to Aiden Kramer there.
Yeah, that was a really smart play there by the Grizzlies. They were able to get rid of all 20 of those yards they had to gain really immediately. We'll be at 1st and 10 right on that 12-yard line. Again, they have that end zone in sight. 6 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They're going to be running that bunch formation again. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. Going to hand it off, try and push their way up through the middle. Columbia's defenders doing a good job of putting up a good fight there. They're able to take him down, but not before he gets a solid gain on that run.
Look to be a gain of around 5 there for Cutter Driver, being still very effective.
Yeah, that was a nice run there by Driver. They'll give him 5 on that one to bring up 2nd and 5 on the 7-yard line. Score right now is 8-0 with Grizzlies hungry to get another touchdown here. They're going to have one guy off on that left side. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and push up through the middle again. Columbia putting up a good fight on this play. It's just an absolute dog pile of guys out on the field when they get him taken down.
Look to be around a gain of 4, almost a first down. However, will be stuffed just short. Will still be 3rd down and around inches on the play here.
Yeah, it's definitely close there for the Grizzlies. They were able to push through the defenders even with so many of them being surrounded there. They aren't too concerned about the downs here. They just want to get another touchdown. Grizzlies running that bunch formation again. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. They're going to run just right of the center here. Columbia trying to grab onto him pretty immediately. They get him taken down right around the 1-yard line. A really close call there for the Grizzlies.
Will be only around inches for the Grizzlies now.
Yeah, they're at 1st and like a toenail to go. We've got 5 minutes, 15 seconds left here on the clock. They're going to be running that bunch formation again. Ball is snapped. They're going to keep it and try and push their way up through the middle. And the effort will be good for the Grizzlies to get another touchdown. Now bringing the score 14-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead before the point after touchdown here.
Quarterback Brad Martin just big bodying his way into the end zone. Not really caring about his body, it looked like, just wanted to get that touchdown for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Martin was definitely more concerned with the points than his own well-being there, but it paid off for him. He seemed to get out of it unscathed and get another touchdown for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies getting ready to go for 1 here on their point after touchdown, just playing a safe game here. Got 5 minutes and 6 seconds left in the second quarter of action. Hamburg to kick for the Grizzlies. Ball is snapped, and the kick is up, And in true Hamburg fashion, it goes right down the middle and is good. That'll bring the score 15-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead, and Columbia unable to get any scores on the board so far. We'll be right back with some more action after this quick break.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Newport Community Hospital is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. The Newport Community Hospital Surgical Team is committed to providing quality surgical services, including personalized service and state-of-the-art technology. Surgical services include general, orthopedic, gynecological, and podiatry-related surgeries. To learn more, you may visit newporthospitalandhealth.org, or you can ask your primary care provider about a referral.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Grizzlies getting ready to kick the ball back off to the Coyotes after that touchdown. Score is now 15-0, 5:06 left in the second quarter of action. We have Hamburg back to kick off for the Grizzlies. Columbia have guys all over the field ready to try and catch this ball that Hamburg's about to kick off for them. Kick is up. He sends it deep again. Columbia, again, not able to grab onto the powerhouse kicks that Hamburg's able to give them. Trying getting their way up the field here. Grizzlies don't let them get far before they take them down there.
Looked like number 7, Nate Shaw, ending up getting the tackle there for the Grizzlies on that kickoff.
Yeah, that'll put Columbia at 1st and 10. I think that's around the 24-yard line there. Coyotes not in a bad position to start here. Coyotes now breaking the huddle and approaching that line of scrimmage. 4 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. They're going to send 2 out right, 1 out left. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and try and run down that right side of the field here. They're able to get a bit of a game before the Grizzlies grab onto them. They're able to tackle them.
Looked like a nice little 5-yard gain for the Coyotes. Cutter driver on that play ended up slipping, not being able to get the tackle there early.
Yeah, that'll put the Coyotes at 2nd and 5 at the 30. 32. No, I'm kidding, guys. It's 35. We got 2 out on this left side of the field. Ball is snapped. We're going to try and hand it off, but have a bit of a trouble there. Going to run it down that right side of the field. Grizzlies trying to grab onto him. They get him taken down eventually, but it might be good for a first down there for the Coyotes.
Ending up getting to around that 35-yard line. Unfortunately, just was able to put his shoulder into a bunch of Grizzlies and just truck them.
Yeah, he was able to push his way through the Grizzlies pretty effectively on that run, and it paid off for the Coyotes there. They will get a fresh set of downs. That'll bring up 1st and 10, actually on the 35-yard line this time. We're going to send 1 out on this left side of the field. Actually, it's 2 off on this left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to fake a handoff and pass it down towards that right side. Almost fumbled it there. Grizzlies grab onto that guy pretty immediately and take him down. The Coyotes will not get much of a gain on that effort.
Looked like a gain of around 3 there for the Coyotes. Ended up bobbling the ball, but barely was able to hold on before Grizzlies were able to get to him.
Yeah, luckily the Coyotes were able to keep their paws on the ball there. We got 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first half of action. Coyotes at 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line. Gonna have trips out left, 1 out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass again. He throws it down deep this right side of the field, but is not able to find his receiver there. That'll be no good for the Coyotes.
Just a touch too far and a touch out of bounds as well, just to put salt on the wound, I guess.
Yeah, the Coyotes are trying to put forth a lot of effort here to be able to get a touchdown. They have not been able to get any points on the board here tonight. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Coyotes. 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining on the clock. Coyotes in their huddle now breaking that up.
3rd down and 7.
We're going to have 2 off on this left side. Nope, 3 off on this left side of the field, 1 out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to try and go for a pass again. Throws it out left this time. That'll be no good again for the Coyotes. He was almost able to grab onto him, but the Grizzlies just absolutely slammed into him, making that effort no good.
Number 9, Jacob Reimers brings in the boom there, ending up laying him out on his back and forcing the incompletion there.
Yeah, Grizzlies are really bringing some aggression to this game, wanting to make sure that they're playing strong and not giving up because they are close to the end of the season here. They only have 1 more game after this due to a forfeit from Jenkins High School at the end of the month. So the Grizzlies are really close to the end here. Coyotes set to punt here for the Grizzlies. This ball is snapped and the kick is up. It'll land around that 25-yard line, roll out to around the 20 before it gets touchdown to start the Grizzlies right at that 20-yard line. A pretty good place for them to start.
First bounce was unfortunate for the Coyotes, but then it took another decent little 5, maybe 6-yard bounce at the end of that punt, ending up getting it to around the 19-yard line.
Yeah, the ball wanted to go on a little bit of an adventure there. Went pretty high first, but then rolled out. Got to see all spots of the field there on that kick. Grizzlies now in the huddle, deciding how they want to start playing this again. Breaking the huddle here. They're at 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Grizzlies going to be running a bunch formation here. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the right, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and try and run down this right side of the field here. Reimers not quite able to powerhouse through the Coyotes like we've been able to see him do in the past year.
Ending up getting a gainer of maybe 2 on the play. Was able to force one guy off him, but then there was just a swarm.
Yeah, the Coyotes saw Reimers running down this right side of the field and just met him with every single guy they could find out there. Grizzlies will get a gain of 2 on that one to bring up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line here. Grizzlies going to be running that bunch formation again. They're liking how that's going for them. Going to have a motion off to the left. Ball is snapped. Trying to find their way up through the middle. Driver able to find some gaps in the Coyotes. He's able to push his way down the field quite a ways before they're eventually able to grab onto him and take him down.
Able to get a nice 20-yard gain for Driver there. Was able to drag a couple of Coyotes along with a trip.
Yeah, that's for sure. Those guys were on him, but he just took them right with him. Did not let them slow him down a single bit there. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Grizzlies. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining on the clock. We're going to be having one guy off on that left side. Ball is snapped. We're going to try and go up through the middle. Pull back, try and run down this right side now. That did not work out well for him. Coyotes get on the ground and trip up Driver around that 50-yard line.
That was a bit of a choppy tackle there, going for the knees. Ended up tripping him down at around that 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wild play there for the Grizzlies. We're going to be having a quick timeout here. We're going to take a quick break too, and we'll be right back after this.
James A. Sewell & Associates is a proud and valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located at 600 4th Street in Newport, Washington, James A. Sewell & Associates provides consulting, engineering, and local surveying for the greater Newport area. Open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Friday from 8 to 4. You can contact James A. Sewell & Associates at 509-447-3626. Again, that's 509-447-3626. Cubs FM thanks James A. Sewell & Associates.
Your locally owned and operated Newport McDonald's is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located on Highway 2 in Newport, McDonald's is open 7 days a week, serving the Newport, Old Town, and Priest River areas for over 25 years. McDonald's serves burgers, chicken McNuggets, and McCafe drinks. Newport McDonald's, where you can use the McDonald's app, order online, and have your food ready when you arrive. Curbside, dine-in, drive-thru, or even delivery. Newport McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We have 1 minute, 11 seconds left on the clock. Score is 15-0. Newport Going to be running a bunch formation here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through that middle spot again. Coyotes put up a bit of tension there, but the Grizzlies still able to get a good gain on that before they get taken down.
We'll get the first down, so it'll stop the clock momentarily until the chains get set down, and that'll bring up a minute left in the game, in the first half. I almost said game.
Yeah, Grizzlies will now be at 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going to be running a fairly tight game here again. They're going to send one guy off towards this right side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. They're going to act like they're going to run up the middle, pull slightly off towards this right, go back up around that 40-yard line. Coyotes eventually able to grab onto him and take him down, but they still get a nice gain on that.
It'll be timeout Newport after that play, ending up the clock at 32 seconds.
Yeah, Grizzlies will call a timeout. We're going to take a quick break, too, and we will be right back after this.
Cubs FM thanks Dr. Lock and Safe LLC. Dr. Lock and Safe LLC opens and repairs safes covering commercial, residential, and automotive lock needs for the Newport and surrounding areas. Dr. Lock and Safe LLC replaces lost car keys. You may call or text Dr. Lock and Safe LLC at 509-671-7520. Thanking the community and businesses that have been so supportive for the past 10 years. That's Dr. Lock and Safe LLC.
Newport Farmers Insurance is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Located at 309 South Washington Avenue in Newport, Washington. Newport Farmers Insurance provides home, auto, life, and business insurance, as well as Medicare Advantage plan. Newport Farmers Insurance is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Newport Farmers Insurance may be contacted at tcostello1@farmersagent.com or at 447-3428. Again, that's 447-3428. Getting you back where you belong. That's the goal of Newport Farmers Insurance.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We had a really nice play there by the Grizzlies. They were able to get the ball all the way down to around the 30-yard line. Not just kidding, 25-yard line on that run. Nice run by Driver to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Grizzlies. We only have 10 seconds left on the clock. Grizzlies running out towards this right side of the field, trying to get as far as they can. Eventually runs out of bounds, but that's still a solid effort there by the Grizzlies.
I wonder if they're going to try to kick a field goal here just to get any points, but I don't know if they want Damian trying to kick his leg out.
Yeah, I'm not sure here. We've only got 3.9 seconds left on the clock. Grizzlies are at 2nd and 7 here. Looks like they're still trying to decide what they want to do. We're almost done with this first half of action, so they have to play really smart here. Score 15-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. Grizzlies going to be having a bunch formation here. Quarterback in the shotgun position, motion to the left. Ball is snapped. He looks like he's looking for a pass. He's rolling out towards that right side. Throws it deep on that left side and is able to just barely almost find a guy way deep in the field, but it will be incomplete for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Dylan Aubrey almost got his hands completely around that. Columbia Coyote defender just ended up barely swatting that out in the nick of time for them.
Yeah, and that'll conclude the first half of action here for this game. We'll be right back after this break.
That backstop on the old ball fields made from grade A Pennsylvania steel. It's been sitting there since 1951. And that shell's been on the corner since Coke was glass and gas was a quarter. And that water tower's seen 10,000 suns. Start thinking you can mow it that long. Fix you up a little ranch house home. Some things just keep on getting better with time. That Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that radio and sing Strawberry Wine. And when you fall in love, there's a cloud of dust and a dream that's made of American rust. fix you up a little ranch house home. Making babies till you have to add on and on and on. Some things just keep on getting better with time. Dad's Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that radio and sing strawberry wine. And when you fall in love, there's a cloud of dust and a dream that's made of American Rush. Friday night tears, yellow school bus, Bud Light beers, and blue clear skies, green John Deere's. Ain't it just like us to stick around here like American Rush? American Rush. Some things just keep on getting better with time. Dad Chevrolet still tears up clay but lost its shine. And she'll crank that radio and sing strawberry wine. And when you fall in love, there's a cloud of dust and a dream that's made of American Rush. American Rush.
Girl, you're knocking the restless off my boots. Mama said it couldn't be done, baby, what do you know? Got the cowboy in me trading my ropes for roots. I just wanna plant something and watch it grow. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs. Baby, I don't even know what we'll have a rose of. Maybe corn, maybe cotton, maybe soybean. All I know is all I need is your love. And the Lord will take care of the sun and the rain. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs, kicking up dust up and down them fields. Baby, don't it turn you on? Take you on a sunset or ride any night you want. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere.
Savannah is joined tonight by Dad Kenny Garris, Mom Amanda Popejoy, Stepdad Don Popejoy, sisters Kenzie and Austin, niece Nova, nephews Alexandra and Anthony, brothers Levi and Alex, plus friends Aurelia Johnson, Alyssa Bays, Emily Baugh, Sophia Peaker, Olivia Collins, and Crystal Axel. Savannah plans to go to college and become a teacher, and Savannah's favorite memory is coming back home from Lakeside when Coach Axel and Coach Morgan, yes, this story is true, they put a fart machine underneath her seat, making sure it went off whenever things got quiet. There she is, Savannah Garris. Now we'd like to recognize Donovan Mason. Donovan is joined tonight by parents Holly and Joshua Bowling. Donovan plans to become a medical professional. And Donovan's favorite memory is buying 60 saucy nuggets with Braden Baugh. Donovan Mason. And last but not least tonight, please welcome and recognize Tanner Reinford. Tanner is joined tonight by parents William and Samantha Reinford and his little brother Logan. Tanner plans to earn a degree in computer science, and his favorite memory is running after dark with the cross-country team in 2023 when they had arrived in Richland the night before their meet. Tanner Reinford.
Yeah. How Bubby? Number 1. Yeah. Well, I know what happened to this.
Once again, a big round of applause for your senior cross-country members.
She's a gooseneck on a dually, a long neck at the bar. Loves old John Wayne movies, waltzing under them stars. She's sun up in the saddle, cutting through the herd. Loves branding her cattle, long live cowgirls. Well, she rode in them wagons when the Wild West was won. Took the canyons and badlands and made them her home. She's boots on, LaDuce songs, and snaps on her pearls. Long live cowgirls. Like a paint-colored Mustang, she's fast and she's wild. Stop a runaway freight train with her high country smile. She's tough as December, salt of the earth, make you fall like September. Long live cowgirls. Well, she rode in them wagons when the Wild West was won. Took the canyons and badlands and made them her home. She's boots on, Chris LaDuce songs, and snaps on
stop thinking about you. Has it really been this long? 2 years and an ocean between us, and I don't know where it all went wrong. I know I could have kissed you harder. Yeah, you could have followed through. Should have talked a little bit softer, but we meant every I love you.
Don't know what this is or what it isn't, but it feels like we've got unfinished business. 'Cause we left blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end. Looks like you're on the man and I'm on the bottle. We folded our hands with money on the table, tried moving on, but I keep coming back again. To what could have been, what could have been, yeah, what could have been, yeah, 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 yeah.
A couple more simple I'm sorry's, a little less trying to be right. I wondered how many good mornings we wasted 'cause we didn't say goodnight.
One touch before we fell asleep, just before our love was out of reach. Could have been enough, could have saved us from this loneliness. With that blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end. Looks like you're on the man and I'm on the bottle. We folded our hands and money on the table, tried moving on, but I keep coming back again. To what could have been, what could have been, oh, what could have been. Whoa, whoa. I thought I'd see it clearly from the distance, but it still feels like we've got unfinished business. 'Cause baby, we left blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end. Oh, looks like you're on the man, I'm on the bottle. We folded our hands with money on the table, trying moving on, but I keep coming back again. Oh, to what could have been, oh, what could have been, yeah, what could have been, should have been. Do you still wonder what could have been, what could have been? Still wonder what could have been. Do you still wonder what could have been? 'Cause we left blood on the track, sweat on the saddle, fire in the hills, a bullet in the barrel. Words never said in a story that didn't end.
Cubs FM would like to thank Albany Falls Building Supply for their valued support. Located at 520 Highway 2 at the east end of the Old Town Bridge, Albany Falls Building Supply is open 7 days a week, 7 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday, and 9 to 4 on Sunday. Albany Falls Building Supply offers all types of building materials including lumber, tools, hardware, paint, plumbing, electrical, and lawn care supplies. You may contact Albany Falls Building Supply at 208-437-3153. Albany Falls Building Supply, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Cubs FM gives a big thanks to Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post. Located at 500 Highway 57 just before the high school in Priest River, Big Moose Rental Center provides a variety of amenities, rentals, second-hand consignments, eBay sales, antiques, and more. Big Moose Rental Center is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturday, and by appointment on Sunday. You may contact Big Moose Rental Center at 208-448-2736. Again, that number is 208-448-2736. The right tool for the right job. That's Big Moose Rental Center and Trading Post.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Support for Cubs FM comes from the Kalispell Casino and RV Resort in Cusick, Washington. Located 20 minutes north of Newport on Highway 20, the resort includes Wetlands Family Restaurant, the Slaw Dining Area with large screen TVs, full RV hookups and cottage rentals, and gaming facilities. All open to the public at 8 a.m. daily. The Kalispell Casino and RV Resort, bringing dining, lodging, and entertainment to Pend Oreille County.
Cubs FM thanks Newport Health Center for their support. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides walk-in express care for urgent but non-emergent medical concerns. Express care is available to everyone, regardless of insurance or primary care provider. Express care hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a lunch break on Saturdays from 12 to 1. You can find more info at newporthospitalandhealth.org or by calling 509-447-3139.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We are here ready to start off the second half of the game. Score right now is 15-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. We have the Coyotes ready to kick off here for the Grizzlies. Coyotes getting set and ready to kick off here. We have Johnson kicking off for the Coyotes. Kick is up. It goes straight to Driver. Driver receives it very well. He's trying to run his way down the field, pick his way around some of the defenders here. Cannot get very far before the Coyotes can take him down there.
Ending up getting to around the 27-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, that was a solid run there by Driver. Not a bad place to start here for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies now in the huddle deciding how they want to play this one. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to send two guys off on that left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to fake a handoff and try and run up through the middle there. He's having to dodge and weave around some of the defenders here. They grab onto him by the ankles and take him down, but still a solid run there for the Grizzlies.
Gets to around the 36, maybe it's even the 37-yard line, depending on the spot, right in the middle of there. Will be 2nd and 2, I believe.
Yeah, that was a really solid play there by the Grizzlies. They got the ball pretty far down the field with just one run on that. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. I'll call it at the 36, but it's like 36 and a half in there. Grizzlies going to keep two guys off on that left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. He's going to actually hand it off this time. He's going to try and run up this right side of the middle. Coyotes will not be letting him get far on that one. Take him down pretty immediate.
Will be a gain of around 3 there on the play. Will bring up a 1st down, however, for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that'll be good there for the Grizzlies. They're now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Score 15-0, 10:51 left here in the third quarter. Grizzlies going to have one guy off on this right side of the field, one out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and try and run just left of the center here. He's dodging his way through some of the defenders here pretty well. Gets about 5 yards before he gets tackled on that run.
Nice little run on the outside edge by Driver, ending up getting, like Haley said, 5 yards on the play.
That should bring up 2nd and 5 for the Grizzlies here at the 45-yard line. Grizzlies going to send one guy off on this right side of the field, keep one guy out left as well. Quarterback going to stay in that shotgun position. He's got Driver off on his right side here. Ball is snapped. They're going to run up through the center there. He's going to keep it himself. He's trying to find his way around some of the defenders, breaks through those chains to get a fresh set of downs before he gets taken down on the opposing 45-yard line.
Ended up getting, I think, 10 yards there. Brad Martin able to get, like she said, 1st down on the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that was a solid run there by the Grizzlies to bring up another set of downs for them. They have been really good at just pushing the ball as far down the field as they can here. Score proving that as well with 15-0. Grizzlies leading the game. 9:33 remaining here in the third quarter. Grizzlies going to keep it tight. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He's going to run towards this right side of the center here. He's kind of trying to diagonal his way across before the Coyotes grab onto him and take him down, but still gets a nice gain on that.
Nice little 4-yard gain there, ending up getting to the 43-yard line. Nice little shovel pass there for Brad to Cutter driver.
Yeah, that should be a gain of 3 there now for the Grizzlies to bring up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line here. Gonna have one guy just off on that left side. Quarterback in the shotgun here. Ball is snapped. They're gonna hand it off. Try and run up through the middle here, just absolutely trucking his way through some of the defenders. They're eventually able to grab onto him and push him down.
Ended up getting around 6 yards there on the play. Will bring up 3rd and 1, I believe. If my math is correct. I'm not too great at it, however.
Yeah, it should be a pretty close call here for the Grizzlies. Not much to go before they get another set of downs. Grizzlies have had a really solid drive this go. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 at the 37-yard line here. Grizzlies going to send one guy off towards this right side. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped, and they're going to try and push straight up through the center there. Able to pick his way around some of the defenders here. Gets quite a bit of gain on that. Gets around to the 25-yard line before they're eventually able to pull him down.
Second time we've seen this indirect snap type play, trick play to Estrada there, ending up getting 12 yards for a Grizzly first down.
Yeah, that was an impressive run there by the Grizzlies. They were able to successfully trick the Coyotes there. That'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line here. We have 7:43 remaining in the third quarter. 15-0 is the score. Grizzlies going to have one guy slightly off towards that left. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle. They're finding their way around the Coyotes, get all the way to the 10-yard line before the Coyotes are eventually able to grab on the driver and take him down.
Cutter driver able to get a nice little 16-yard chunk play there, bringing up 1st and goal for the Grizzlies, getting into the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that was a solid run there by driver to set them right up by that 10-yard line to be able to be within reach of the end zone yet again for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies going to send one guy back off towards that left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run up through the middle here. Coyotes adding a bunch of pressure to that play. Cannot get far on that before they get tackled.
Ended up getting right to the line of scrimmage again, bringing up another 2nd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, Grizzlies did not get anywhere on that one, but they did not get set back either. So they're just going to have to put a lot of effort into trying to push forward on these next goes. Grizzlies breaking the huddle here. They're going to send 2 off on this left side this time. Keep our quarterback in that shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He throws it out left. That pass will be good. They're going to try and run it as far down the field as they can. It's just short of the end zone before he gets taken down on that.
Nice little screen bubble pass there by Brad Martin to Dylan Arbery, ending up getting to like almost the 1-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, it'll be super close there for the Grizzlies. They got a solid gain on that and are now within a breath of the end zone here for their 3rd touchdown of the night. 5:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the center here. It's just an absolute cluster of guys, but it will be good for the Grizzlies. They will get another touchdown, bring the score now 21-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. The Coyotes unable to put a score on the board yet.
Nice little run by Cutter there, just cutting through the inside of the field, ending up just big bodying his way, kind of like Brad did last touchdown.
Yeah, that seemed to be working well for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are getting set up for their PAT here. Looks like they're just going to go for one again, play it safe. We have Hamburg back to kick for the Grizzlies. He's been fairly consistent for them, has not missed very many kicks for the Grizzlies this season.
I think he's only missed 2 this season. 1 a blocked, 1 was just a plain out missed.
Yeah, let's see what he does here now. Grizzlies getting set and ready here. Ball is snapped and the kick is up. And that one will also be good. That'll bring the score now 22-0. 5:46 remaining on the clock here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after this.
Rogers Body and Frame is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics and Cubs FM. Located at 530 South Cass and Highway 2 in Newport, Rogers provides full-service auto collision repair, working with all insurances. Rogers Body and Frame is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You may find them on the web at rogersbodyandframe.com, or you may call them at 447-4225. Rogers Body and Frame, like it never happened.
Siebers Pharmacy is a full-service Health Mart pharmacy owned by Newport Hospital and Health Services, providing pharmaceutical services and a selection of gifts and treats. Located at 336 South Washington Avenue in Newport. Siebers is open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 to 4. Siebers is closed for lunch between 1 p.m. and 1:30. For more information, call 509-447-2484 or visit newporthospitalandhealth.org.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. We have the Grizzlies ready to kick off here for the Coyotes after that touchdown that brought the score 22-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. 5:46 remaining on the clock in the third quarter. We have Hamburg back to kick for the Grizzlies. Coyotes have guys all over the field ready for whatever might come their way. Hamburg getting set up for a successful kick here. The kick is up. The Coyotes are, again, unable to grab onto it the first time, have to pick it back up and try and run down the field, and it buys the Grizzlies a bit of time to be able to get down to him, take him down around that 25-yard line.
Ended up getting to around the 27-yard line. Sorry for correcting you so quickly. But, yeah, they've just been unable to pick up the absolute powerful kicks that Damien's been able to put down the field tonight.
Yeah, I think that definitely is what is stopping them from being able to catch them the first try, is there's just so much power in Hamburg's kicks that they just bounce right off the guys. But they have been really good at picking it back up and playing it the best they can. They're going to be at 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line here. We've got 2 out left, 1 out right. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run up through the middle here. He's trying to find his way around the Grizzlies. Grizzlies eventually grab onto his ankles and are able to take him down, but that'll be a nice gain there for the Coyotes.
Yeah, ending up getting to around the 34-yard line, getting, I think that's 7 on the play.
Yeah, that should be 2nd and 3 there for the Coyotes. Coyotes now breaking the huddle. They're at that 34-yard line here. They're going to send 2 out left, 1 out right. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They're going to fake it off towards that right side and try and go up through the middle, but get tripped up a little bit on their own feet. Gets twirled around and taken down for a loss of yardage on that play.
Looks like he kind of slipped on this somewhat slick grass. It rained earlier. Makes a little bit sense that they'd be a little loose tonight.
Yeah, the Coyotes and the Grizzlies both have to battle to keep their feet underneath them here. That'll set the Coyotes back to the, I think that's the 34-yard line here. Shouldn't set them back too much. Back at 3rd and 3 now. 4:52 remaining on the clock. They're going to send 2 back off on this left side, 1 out right, just like they have been. Quarterback staying in that shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to fake a handoff and toss it off towards that right side. He's able to find his holes on that right side of the field, trying to run down that right side there. Eventually gets pushed out of bounds, but that was a really smart play there for the Coyotes.
Good little, I think that's a 22-yard run there for the Coyotes there, ending up getting to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice run there by the Coyotes. He was able to find the holes that the Grizzlies left open and just pick his way through them really successfully before he eventually got pushed out of bounds. Really smart move there. Coyotes getting ready for this next play here. They're going to keep 2 out on this left side again, 1 out right. Quarterback's going to stay in that shotgun position here. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up through the center here, but it will be no good for the Coyotes. They just get absolutely stuffed and brought down.
They got pummeled at the behind the line, actually, ending up getting a loss of, 3 on the play.
Yeah, the Grizzlies were just able to see right through that and sack the Coyotes behind that line of scrimmage. That should bring up 2nd and 13 now for the Coyotes. Ball is set on the 48-yard line here. Coyotes now breaking the huddle, trying to decide how they want to play this next one. They're going to keep that same formation they have been, 2 out left, 1 out right, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped, and he's looking out left for a pass here. He throws it out left, and it will be good for the Coyotes. Tries to run a bit of the ways down the field, but the Grizzlies come onto him from both sides and take him down around the 40-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 8 on the play, ending up bringing up 3rd and 5 there for the Coyotes.
Yeah, still a solid gain there for the Coyotes. We're able to get back in front of those chains again where they want to be. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 now from the 40-yard line. Coyotes breaking the huddle. Going to change it up a bit, send 1 out left, 2 out right. Quarterback is going to be staying in that shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off behind him and try and run up through the middle here. Grizzlies just grab onto him by the ankles and take him down, but they still get a good gain on that run.
End up getting 3 there on the play, bringing up 4th and 2 on the Grizzlies' 38-yard line.
Yeah, this will be
37-yard line, my bad.
This will be an interesting call here for the Coyotes. They have the chance to try and push it forward that extra 2 yards, or just kick it off for the Grizzlies to be able to run it back again. I'm curious to see how they decide to play this one. Coyotes now breaking the huddle. It looks like they're going to be in punt formation here.
Quarterback's lined up underneath center right now, going for it on 4th down.
Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off behind him. They try and find their way around the Grizzlies. Grizzlies wrap him up and take him down. I am not sure if that'll count for a fresh set of downs or not. That'll be a really close call here.
Looks like they will not give him enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they're falling just short of that 35-yard line.
They're going to bring out the chains for the 2nd time tonight. It's just showing how close Columbia has been so far to getting those 1st downs on 4th down.
Yeah, Columbia is putting up a valiant effort here, just trying to play the game as smart as they can. And right now they have yet to get a score on the board, so they're really just trying to push their luck, get as far down the field as they can to get some points up there on the board. Score right now is 22-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead. 1:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Refs measuring by the chains here. And they're going to call it just short for the Coyotes, handing possession back over to the Grizzlies.
It was a smart run play by the Coyotes, just not able to execute it fully to how it should be played out, I guess, is the right words.
Yeah, it was super close there for the Coyotes. They were within just mere inches of getting a fresh set of downs, but it was still a really good effort for them. They played it as smart as they could on that. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They'll be at 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line here. They're going to send 2 out left, keep our quarterback in that shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to fake a handoff, try and run up. It's actually that trick play where they get the double handoff, try and run up through the center. Does not pay off too well for the Grizzlies here. He does not get far before he gets taken down.
Jacob Reimers ending up getting around 2 yards on the play. Will bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the Grizzlies played their favorite little trick play here, but Reimers kind of got tripped up over his own feet and did not get far before he got taken down there. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. Looks like they're going to be running a pretty tight formation again. One guy just slightly off towards that left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle again. Driver putting his head down to try and push through as many of the Coyotes as he can. Gets quite a ways before he gets taken down on that run.
Looks like he'll be might be just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, they will not be giving that 1st down there to the Grizzlies. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after this. Cubs FM is brought to you by the Kalispell Tribe. For generations, the Kalispell Tribe has taken great care in stewarding the land, water, and wildlife. Today, the Kalispell Tribe continues to protect and restore our ecosystems through wildlife conservation and water and land management, working to restore and care for our shared resources. Together, the Kalispell Tribe hopes to share a sustainable future for generations.
Support for KUBS comes from Ponderay County PUD. The PUD provides energy-saving programs, flexible payment options, and appliance rebates for qualified customers. You might also check out their Neighbors in Need program. For more information, you may visit Ponderay County PUD at 130 North Washington in Newport, or you may contact them at 509-447-3137. Quality service at low cost, that's Ponderay County PUD.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Grizzlies did in fact get a first down after that last run. They're going to be running a bunch formation here. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, run down towards this right side of the field here. Driver trying to see his way through Columbia's defenders. He will not get hardly anywhere before they grab onto him and take him down.
Will be brought down right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and we have only 28 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. Grizzlies not too concerned about the fact that the clock is ticking down. Score 22-0 with the Grizzlies in the lead here.
Looks like they'll just run out the clock here and just take it into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're going to take a quick break. We are too, and we'll be right back after this.
Newport Health Center is a proud supporter of Cubs FM. Now accepting WellCare Medicare Advantage plans, Newport Health Center provides family medical services including obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, behavioral health, and express care. Their team of providers serves families and patients of all ages. More information is available at newporthospitalandhealth.org or at 509-447-3139.
Selkirk Ace Hardware in Old Town is a valued sponsor of Cubs FM. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday from 7 to 6. Selkirk Ace Hardware provides what you need to prepare for the season. You may reach them at 208-437-5669. Again, that's 437-5669. Just across the bridge at 495 East Highway 2, Selkirk Ace Hardware. We are grateful for our community. We are here for you, and we are always helpful.
Support for Cubs FM comes from Mountain View Lawns. Locally owned and operated, Mountain View Lawns serves the Ponderay River Valley with a 6-step fertilization and weed control program, offering scheduled treatments throughout the year. Fall aeration and overseeding are also available. For more information, call 509-828-9748. Again, that's 509-828-9748.
Cubs FM thanks Honest Ed's Tires. Honest Ed's Tires provides comprehensive tire service, new and used tires and wheels, mounting, electronic balancing, rotation, and tire sensor service and replacement. Honest Ed's Tires is located at 9972 Deer Valley Road in Newport. You may contact Honest Ed's Tires at 509-991-3820. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 Saturdays. Cubs FM says thank you to Honest Ed's Tires. Tires you can trust.
Welcome back to this Grizzly football broadcast. Grizzlies had the ball there, snapped it, tried to run it just right of the middle here. Columbia put a lot of pressure on them and pushed them back pretty far before they got them taken down.
Grizzlies did not really cover up that QB sneak there very effectively, ending up losing 2 yards.
Yeah, the Coyotes saw right through it. Now the Grizzlies are in a bit of a sticky situation. They're at 3rd and 12 at the 44-yard line. They're going to be running a bunch formation here. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run just right of the center there. Driver able to pick his way through some of the defenders. Gets quite a ways down the field before they're eventually able to take him down.
Ending up getting to the 48-yard line. Carter Driver just peeling off that almost fake sweeping run there.
Yeah, that was a smart run there by Driver. That'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Grizzlies here. Curious to see if they're going to try and go for it here or if they're just going to punt it off for the Coyotes. Score right now is 22-0. We only have 10 minutes and 37 seconds left in this game.
Grizzlies currently setting up in punt formation with Jacob Reimers in the backfield getting set to punt it off.
Yeah, typically we see Hamburg to kick off for the Grizzlies, so I'm curious to see how Reimers does here. He's still pretty good in that position. Ball is snapped, kick is up. He sends it to about that 20-yard line where it is rolling just past the 10 here for the Coyotes, where it is eventually patted down and killed on, I think that's right around the 11-yard line there for the Coyotes.
Yeah, it was a great punt by Reimers there, just pitting him deep at that 12-yard line.
Yeah, that was a solid kick there by Reimers. Coyotes will have a lot of yards to get down the field if they want to get a touchdown on this run. We have 10-13 left here in the fourth quarter. Coyotes having a little powwow, now breaking that huddle and approaching that line of scrimmage. They're going to send one out left, two out right, quarterback in the shotgun position. Coyotes getting ready here. Ball is snapped. He's going to fake a handoff behind him and throw it off just right of him. Then they're going to try and run it down that left side of the field, trying to trick the Grizzlies a bit, but the Grizzlies see right through it. They get them taken down before they can get much gain on that.
Looked like another Coyote miscommunication type play. Looked like he was supposed to hand it off or at least fake the handoff, but the running back just peeled off immediately into that flat zone.
Yeah, that'll be lost there for the Coyotes to bring up 2nd and 12 now. Coyotes in the huddle trying to make sure they don't have another miscommunication here tonight. Breaking the huddle here. They're going to send trips out right, one out left. Quarterback is going to stay in that shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He throws it towards this right side of the field. They're trying to find their way around the Grizzlies and get stuck up a little bit. Grizzlies are just absolutely all over him. They get him taken down, and they might lose even more yards on that run.
Looks like he might get just back to the line of scrimmage there. Still will be 3rd and 12, however.
Yeah, the Coyotes are not quite able to break through the Grizzlies' defensive line here. Grizzlies are putting up a solid wall for the Coyotes to try and break through, and Coyotes are just not quite able to push through it. Now they're at 3rd and 12 with the ball right on that 10-yard line. Gonna have one out on this right side. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He's looking out towards that left side of the field this time. Grizzlies pushing him farther and farther back down the field. He's gonna run out right, tries to throw it, and it is almost received there by the Coyotes. That was Johnson almost able to receive it, but it just bounces right off him and will be no good for the Coyotes.
Defensive line was able to get in there immediately. Landon Hall almost getting the safety, however, just barely not able to get grasp on the quarterback there.
Yeah, it was a super close play there. Coyotes really had to try and scramble to stay in possession of the ball there. Now they're at 4th and 12. Looks like they're just going to get set here to punt for the Grizzlies. We're not able to get any gain on these runs. Ball is snapped, the kick is up, and it lands around the 40-yard line, rolls out to around the opposing 47 to 48, kind of right in the middle there. That'll be a really good starting position there for the Grizzlies on this run.
Well, I wonder why they don't put out a return man.
Yeah, I am not quite sure. It would be nice to talk to the coaches and see what they're thinking here and why they don't have anybody on that kick return. Score right now is 22-0, 8:18 left on the clock for this game. Grizzlies in their little huddle deciding how they want to try and run this. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to be running a bunch formation on this play, keeping our quarterback in that shotgun position with one guy off on his left side here. Motion to the left, ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and run up through the middle there. He's trying to find his way around the Coyotes, but the Coyotes are all over him. They get him taken down right on that 50-yard line.
Reimers ended up fumbling there for a little bit and then just was able to land on his own fumble. Luckily for the Grizzlies, gained about 3 yards. We'll get to the 50-yard line as well.
Yeah, that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Grizzlies here at that 50-yard line. Score remains 22-0. We have 7 minutes, 48 seconds left in this game. Grizzlies sending 2 out on that right side of the field, keeping the rest in tight here. Quarterback in that shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off run just left of the center here. He's trying to push his way through the Coyotes. Coyotes grab onto him by the ankles and are able to push him down, but he still gets a good gain on that run.
Able to get it to the 41-yard line. And I think that was a gain of, what, 10 yards?
Yeah, I think it should be about 10 yards there for the Grizzlies. They will get a new set of downs now to try and keep that momentum going with. Grizzlies have been absolutely dominating this game. Coyotes have not been able to get any points on the board. Grizzlies sending one off on each side here. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off and run up through the center. He's dodging Coyotes as best as he can. Coyotes grab onto him and take him down. Refs throwing up some flags, though.
Looks like number 15, Dylan Aubrey, and number 26, Jaden Hansen, got in a bit of a scuffle there. Dylan a little slow to get up, limping off the field a little bit.
Yeah, had a little bit of a quarrel there on the field. Refs did not like that, threw up some penalty flags. Refs just having a little discussion here, deciding how they want to do things out here. We almost have all four of them. We've got three in a little triangle out there.
Personal foul on the Grizzlies. Be 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that'll set the Grizzlies back quite a ways, right to about where they started their last run. So they will be at 1st and 25. A lot of yards to make up to remain in possession of the ball. 6:53 is left on the clock.
Off the ball at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 23.
They're actually going to give the Grizzlies a 2nd down here as opposed to just a 1st down. 23 yards to go at the 46-yard line here. Grizzlies breaking the huddle now. Going to keep it close again. Send one guy just slightly off on that right side. Quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. Try and run just right of the center here. He's not able to find his way around the Coyotes. They grab onto him pretty immediately and take him down without any gain on that.
Looks like there might be another penalty on the Grizzlies there. Saw a bit of a tugging on the jerseys on that offensive lineman.
Yeah, Grizzlies are going to have to be really careful here. They've already got set back quite a ways. Do not want to have to make up any more yards.
Against the Grizzlies.
6:20 is left on the clock here.
They declined the penalty, bringing up 3rd down and 23.
Grizzlies still have a lot of ground to make up if they want to remain in possession of the ball here. They are currently in their huddle deciding how they want to play this. We're at 3rd and 23 at the 46-yard line. Looks like they're going to have one guy off on this left side of the field. Quarterback staying in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off and run towards this left side of the field here. He's trying to find his way around the defenders. They grab onto him by the waist and take him down. Gets a little bit of a gain, but still not much for the Grizzlies.
That was a kind of desperation run almost. Just get as many yards as possible, get your punter in a better position to pin him back deep.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Grizzlies were just trying to do what they could there. Now they're at 4th and 20 from the 49-yard line. Grizzlies getting set to punt here for the Coyotes. 5:27 left on the clock. Score is 22-0. We have Reimers punting now for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies just getting set and ready here. Ball is snapped and the kick is up. It hits around that 25-yard line, rolls out, and then they pick it up. Coyotes are trying to run it down the field. Grizzlies are trying to push him off. They get him pushed out around that 29-yard line.
It was a decent return, kind of scary return to watch, though. If you pick it up too early, you're just going to get blown up by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies sure showed that they were all over him as soon as he got his hands on that ball and just pushed him out of bounds as soon as they could there.
It'll be Coyote football, 1st and 10.
Coyotes are now at 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line, breaking the huddle here. Gonna send 2 out left, 1 out right, quarterback in the shotgun position. Oh, actually, they've got trips out left. Ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass. He's going to try and keep it here and run up through the middle, but the Grizzlies are already grabbing onto him. They roll him down, but the refs will be throwing up some flags on that.
If you don't account for the flags, that would have been a sack for Aries Swain, just waiting on what the penalty will be called as.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the refs decide to call on this. Coyotes in a little huddle, just waiting for the refs to make their call on this one. Refs still having their discussion, deciding what they're going to do with this penalty flag, how they want to play it. We've actually got all four this time.
Looks like the Grizzlies are going to get a penalty called on them because they just keep backing up even farther and farther.
Yeah, even when they are not in possession of the ball, the Grizzlies just keep pushing the ball further and further away from their own end zone. That'll put the Coyotes in a pretty good position here.
Blocking the bat or something. Can't really make out what he said. It'll be first down, though.
Yeah, Coyotes will be at a first down here at the 39-yard line. Coyotes now breaking the huddle.
Not sure of the call there, sorry.
First and 10 here from the 39-yard line. They're going to have trips out left, one out right, quarterback in that shotgun position again. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off behind him. He's going to peel off towards this right side of the field. Grizzlies trying to put on as much pressure as possible, get him pushed out of bounds eventually, but they still put up a good effort there with the Coyotes.
Number 4, Matt Wilder on the run there, just powering his way through Grizzly. Saw him truck at least 2 Grizzlies there, ending up getting around 5.
Yeah, the Coyotes are desperate to try and get some points on the board before this game ends with only 4 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Grizzlies have 22 points, but the Coyotes have still yet to get any on the board here. We'll be at 2nd and 5 from the 44-yard line now. Coyotes breaking up their little tea party here. Looks like they're going to send one guy out left, 2 out right, quarterback in the shotgun position, one guy off on both of his sides. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run up this right side of the field, but get tripped up. That'll not be a nice run there for the Coyotes.
Yeah, got back to the line of scrimmage before slipping. Like I said earlier, the grass still wet from the rainstorm that we had earlier in the day.
Yeah, the Coyotes have sure had to work to keep their feet underneath them here, and it's still really easy for them to slip, even with those cleats on, doing the best they can out here. That'll just be no gain for the Coyotes to bring up 3rd and 5 from that 44-yard line again. Gonna send 2 out left, 1 out right, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. He's rolling out left, looking for a pass. He throws it, but there's nobody there. That'll be no good for the Coyotes.
I feel like this is the second time I've said this, but if number 2, Julian Zane, was able to dive out, would have been a pretty impressive pass and catch. However, just a touch too far for that to even be a thought in his brain.
Yeah, Coyotes seem to have a little bit of trouble with their passing game tonight. The guys are just not quite where they need to be on the field for them to fall through. Coyotes breaking the huddle now. They're at 4th and 5 from that 44-yard line again. And it looks like they're still going to go for it and try and put up a good effort. We got 2 out right, 2 out left, quarterback in the shotgun position. Motion to the right, ball is snapped. He's looking for a pass again. He throws it up through the middle, and that will be a complete pass there for the Coyotes almost, but it will not end up being good. It gets knocked out of his hands.
Looks like all the commotion happening there down at the 35-yard line just barely made him just not be able to grip on the ball completely.
Yeah, he had it there for a second, but then the Grizzlies just put on so much pressure that it just popped right out of his hands there. That'll hand over possession to the Grizzlies. We have just 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in this game. Grizzlies have been dominating this one. 22-0 is the score. Grizzlies will have 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Grizzlies in their huddle here deciding what they want to do. Now approaching that line of scrimmage, they're going to send one guy off on that right side of the field, one guy out left, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the center. They're breaking their way through the defenders beautifully. Wasensky just going towards that right side of the field. They eventually grab onto him by the ankles, but he gets a nice gain on that run.
Preston Wazensky able to get around a 13, 14-yard gain there, getting another Grizzly first down with 3 minutes left on the clock now.
Yeah, Grizzlies didn't even have to worry about going through all four. They just went from first down to first down again. Now they'll be at 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. They're going to send one out left, one out right again. Quarterback in that shotgun position still. That seemed to work pretty well for him last time. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off, try and run up through the middle again. Wysensky quick on his feet, trying to find his way around the defenders again. They get him taken down, but not before he gets a good gain for the Grizzlies.
Nice little 5-yard gain for Wazensky there, able to get it to the 26-yard line before getting brought down.
That should bring up 2nd and 5 for the Grizzlies here from the 26-yard line. 2 minutes, 13 seconds remain on the clock. Grizzlies going to send one out left, one out right again. Quarterback in the shotgun. Got Wysensky off on his right side there. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. He's going to try and go up through the middle again. He finds some defenders pretty immediately, but still gets his way around them before he gets taken down.
Gain of around 4 there for Wazensky, getting to around the 22-yard line before getting brought down, bringing up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, it's super close there for the Grizzlies. All they've really got to do is blow on the ball aggressively enough, and it'll roll off for a new set of downs here. They're at 2nd and just 1 to go from the 3rd and just 1 to go from the 22-yard line. Grizzlies going to be running a tight game here. We've got one slightly off to the right, quarterback in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand it off. He's going to try and run down that right side, but the Coyotes meet him pretty immediately. They're just pushing him as far down the field as they can, but the refs will be throwing up some dirty laundry on the field.
Wondering what the call will be. But prior to the flags, that was just a amazing stuff job by Columbia.
Yeah, they did a good job of just pushing the Grizzlies back as far as they could, not wanting them to keep gaining on them here. We have 1 minute, 11 seconds left in this game. Refs deciding what to do here.
Holding on the offense will be a 10-yard penalty from, I believe, the spot of the foul.
Yeah, that'll set the Grizzlies back quite a ways. They were super close to getting a fresh set of downs there, but now they have a lot of ground to make up. Grizzlies now breaking the huddle. We've got 1 minute left on the clock here. Going to be running that tight game again. One slightly off right, quarterback in the shotgun position. Ball is snapped. They're going to try and run it up through the middle here, trying to push their way through the defenders as far as possible. They get super close to that 25-yard line before they get taken down.
I wonder if this is close enough for them to just try and send out Damian Hamburg for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, it's a super close call here. Grizzlies are getting really close to the end zone again. Game only has 27 seconds left.
I might stand corrected. I think they will just have to run out of time because I don't even know if they have to run another play. It looks like they're coming off the field right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to call the game there. Final score is 22-0 with the Grizzlies walking away with another win to keep their undefeated record going.
Grizzlies improved to a technically 8-0 record now, but on the score sheets it will be counted as a 7-0 record.
Yeah, Grizzlies have had a really good season so far. They've got one game left in their regular season, so make sure you tune in next week to catch us at Reardon High School. We will see you there. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Girl, you're knocking the restless off my boots. Mama said it couldn't be done, baby, what do you know? Got the cowboy in me trading my ropes for roots. take care of the sun and the rain. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs, kicking up dust up and down them fields. Baby, don't it turn you on? Take you on a sunset or ride any night you want. Girl, you make me wanna buy the farm, 80 acres and a big red barn, a little tin roof house with a wraparound in the daisies, so I can wave at you and our babies while I work the land, getting that real deal farmer's tan, living that green John Deere dream every dusk till dawn, with the radio on, singing you tractor songs.